everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are actually doing a full review tutorial swatches, the whole shebang on this beautiful beauty right here, the Daydream palette. This is from Alter Ego. I bought this right as it dropped on the 4th of July at 10 o'clock in the morning. Or it was like 9:45, whatever it was, I was on top of it. The Goddess palette is one of my favorite palettes that they have duped. It is a dupe for the Natasha Denona gold palette, and this one is nothing less than amazing because it is a dupe for Huda beauty palette. And again, you know, they come with it. This has some of the most glittery eyeshadow, pressed glitterness, beautifulness that I have in my eyes right now that I have ever seen. I have never worked with a shadow that's quite this chunky, so it was a little bit different for me to play with, but again, we make it work. That's what we do over here. And I find that this is such a better dupe than the Beauty Creations Tease Me palette that I tried a couple of weeks ago. If you have not seen that, me on the struggle bus trying to get that thing to work, I will put it in the cards below if you want to see me struggle. So if you want to see that, I'll put it in the cards below as well as the description box. But let's go ahead and just hop right into this palette with all the deets on it, and then we'll go ahead and hop into the swatches and this eye look. So if you want to see that, just keep on watching. So this is from Alter Ego. It is a cruelty-free brand, which is fantastic. It looks like from what we see here, the net weight is 16.2 grams plus 0.57 ounces, which I'm assuming is a concealer. Altogether, weighed out with the 18 shadows, it does come to 0.31 on each individual shadow, and the concealer is up in this corner here. It is a cream product, so glitters and everything, we'll get into it. That's just kind of the name of the game, but these glitters are ridiculous. Ridiculous. They're amazing and glittery and foiled, and if you can't see it, so good. So good. Easy to work with too. So that is the deets on how much these are. They are smaller than a normal 1.5 gram single shadows that you buy. So yeah, they are super pigmented. It is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Nude palette, and I do not have that palette in my collection, but I know that it is a dupe. I've seen a ton of other videos duping those. If you have not seen any of those on YouTube yet, I will go ahead and put that in the description box. I like to do dupes occasionally, but I'm more all about the palette and focusing on this palette and how it performs. So if you want to go ahead and take a look here, we're going to cut to some of the swatches here. The swatches are amazing, let me tell you. The cream product, obviously, because I'm so fair skinned, didn't really show up, but neither did Glow, which is in the second row. It is a very fair tone. It's kind of right here in the, it's going to be the first one in swatches on row 2. I feel like they don't swatch as well as they perform on my eyes. Obviously, you're doing swatches with your fingers, so that is the case a lot of the time because you're not putting on a lot of your eyeshadow with your finger, you're putting it on with a brush. And I find that I had no problems blending these out. They are not chalky. They are finely milled. They've got a ton of pigment. They do have a little bit of dust in the pan, but again, that's only because there's so much pigment that's going on your eyes. I mean, they killed it. They killed it. I mean, they did the same thing with the Goddess palette, let's get real. They knocked it out of the park. So good. I love it so much. The color scheme and color story is fantastic. Obviously, it's very similar to that Huda palette. I mean, they had something to work off of. They are rearranged so they don't look identical to that palette as it is arranged, but they are all the same colors. And for $18, you can't beat it. So if you guys want to see this eye look, let's go ahead and just hop right in. Okay, now that you're zoomed in, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the manual or the autofocus. Get you nice and in focus here so we can talk about this bad boy right here. The back says that there's 18 color eyeshadow palette. It is cruelty-free product, and it looks like the weight is 16.2. I'm sure you went over all of this in the beginning and did swatches and everything. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and give you a close-up. I have foundation and my brows on, that's it. I don't have anything else on. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you this up close and personal. It's freaking beautiful. Don't know if you can see that there. Hasn't even been touched yet. And of course it comes with a huge mirror. It's very nice and weighted, so it is a little bit denser. I guess it's the exact same size as the Huda Beauty Nude palette. And I'm gonna go ahead and I don't even know what kind of look I want to do today, but I know that I want to put tape down because I want it to be nice and sharp. And we're gonna do some fluttery kind of cat eye lashes, I guess, some more of the dramatic on like fluttery on the outer edge kind of lashes. I had strep throat for like a week and a half, so I haven't been filming at all and I feel really bad, but I feel much better now after I took my Z-Pak because I'm allergic to like penicillin. So it probably would be better if I would have taken penicillin back, you know, but I'm super allergic, so I'm just going to take a small piece of tape, make sure that's level. I'm going to go in with concealer anyway later on with my eyeliner, so I'm not too worried about my foundation at the moment. But I want to make sure that those are nice and even. They look pretty good. Have you guys noticed that you have more hair on one side of your eyebrow than the other when you get them waxed? Like one brow just grows more than the other? That's definitely this guy. Grows way more. Okay. So what I'm going to go in first with is the concealer that is right here. It's a cream product. I'm just going to go in with a flat shader brush. It's a concealer brush. It's no name. Doesn't really matter. Want to see what this looks like. It's kind of yellow in the pan. So we're going to see how it looks on the eye. It's kind of creamy. It's a little tacky, which is good. You're going to put this from brow bone to the bottom of my lid. And I kind of like to get it a little bit more congealed, I guess is the right word. I don't think that's the right word, but you guys get what I'm saying. I like to warm it up with my fingers just a little bit. I'm gonna go in with Glow. It's right here. So I'm gonna do that with a huge fluffy brush. And again, this is gonna go from brow bone all the way down just to kind of set everything, because I don't know how this concealer actually works as just leaving it by itself, but I want to be safe than sorry, so I'm just going to go ahead and pat that out. And this is a Real Technique setting brush, and I'm just going to set everything with Glow. So now I think what I'm going to do is go in with Fawn and Sunkissed. Sunkissed is here, Fawn is here. I'm going to go ahead and mix those two together. Focus this more on the outer edge to give me a little bit more depth. And that's going to be with an E22. It's kind of more of a pointed, tapered brush. Fawn, ooh, nice. And Sunkissed. I usually would go in with Bubbly, but I don't think that that's going to be dark enough for what I'm trying to achieve here. So we're just going to go in. Going in hot, people. I'm just going to bring whatever's left on the brush to the inner corner here. Bring this up. So nice to have this barrier here. Makes life so much easier. Really do love this color, Sunkissed. It's kind of more of a mauvey pink undertone. And Fawn has a little bit more of a brownie undertone to it. What I think I'm going to do is with the same brush, go in with Bubbly here. And just kind of clean. There we go. Clean that up just a little bit. Again, no fallout. Freaking awesome. So I'm going to go in with a fluffier brush to kind of blend this all out. A ColourPop round domed brush. That's just what I call it. I'm not sure if that's what it's actually called, but it doesn't have any product on it. And I'm just going to blend everything together so it's nice and blown out. We don't want any harsh lines at all. I'm going to go into Sunset. It's this one right here, which is amazing. Seriously, for an $18 palette, I think that that's wonderful. I'm going to go back in with my Morphe brush, or I'm sorry, my ColourPop brush. Just blend out just a little bit here. Because we're going to go in and cut that crease, which I never, ever, ever do. Like, never. So I'm going to go back into the concealer on this side using my conceal brush that I used originally. And I never do cut creases. Ever. But we're doing it today. I probably would do it more if I had a palette kind of like this that had a concealer in it, which is probably the reason why they made it the way they did. But I don't like to do cut creases because I have these caverns on this side that just don't make it flattering for eye shapes like mine, because you have to take it really high so you can see the actual cut crease. That is the reason why I usually don't do cut creases or very sharp cut creases, because of that reason. So if you were wondering, does she not do them because she doesn't know how? No, I know how. I just don't like it on my eye shape, but since we're here and we have the tools, might as well. Oh my, these glitters are kind of crazy. I think I'm gonna go in with this tone right here. This one is called Fairy Tale, right there. I'm going to take it on a Sigma Concealer F70. Ooh, okay. Wow. Holy crap. And that's with no Fix Plus or any kind of setting spray or glitter glue. That is just the concealer in the palette. Definitely impressed with the way it's sitting down. Why won't this tape stay? Not a huge glitter fan, but I really like the way this is looking. So I'm gonna go back in with my M433 and pack on just a little bit of that outer corner color and blend. And that is Enchanted with a little bit of Daybreak. So I'm gonna go in with Starcrossed now, which is right here on the same brush, that Concealer F70 from Sigma. I'm gonna put that on the inner corner. Oh my god, these glitters are ridiculous. Like, so good. This tape is not so great, just saying. I'm gonna go in here and just blend a little bit with a little bit of Sunset and Sun-Kissed. So what I'm gonna do now is actually take these off and do the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go in with a Profusion domed brush into a little bit of Sunset and Sun-Kissed, which is what we originally started with. Right underneath the eye, blend that out just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do now is do some liner and lashes, and I will be right back with, actually, you know what I'm gonna do is liner, lashes, mascara, and finish the rest of my makeup, and we will come back and I will talk about my final thoughts. Alrighty, we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. I put a little bit of highlighter in my inner corner here. I did use the Blush and Glow from Natasha Denona in that inner corner, a little bit under the brow bone. It looks like this. A little bit in the inner corner under the brow bone, and of course on my cheeks. So I absolutely love this palette. I think that they duped it amazing. Not only is it very different from what I'm used to, I love the fact that there is a concealer in here that you can put down before you go ahead and put on the other eyeshadows. Also, there was very little fallout, but with these glitters, they are very different from what I'm used to. I'm used to a very foiled shadow. This is very pressed. This is just a pressed glitter. It feels a little bit more chunky. It's a little harder to work with. A flat shader brush without anything on it worked just fine. If you want a little bit more pigment or a little bit more intensity, you can spray it with a setting spray, or you can go ahead and put a glitter glue down. For me, I mean, it worked really well. It looks amazing. I haven't done a cut crease in a very long time, and honestly, I'm pretty impressed with the look. I haven't had this much makeup on in a very long time, but I'm really digging it. I think it looks amazing. I love just the foiledness, the shimmer, the glitter. I just love everything about it. I hope that you guys do too. And I would highly recommend this for $18. Honestly, you can't beat it. And there are coupon codes for other influencers. I don't have any of those. They don't even know who I am. So I don't have any of those for you, but if I can find some, I will link them in the description box below so that you can get like 10% off. Also, I mean, with shipping and everything, because I think it's free shipping after $25, and they do have other dupes that are available. The Goddess palette is fantastic. I have it. I love it. I've done a total tutorial on it and swatches and everything. If you haven't seen that, I'll put it in the cards above as well as the description box. It's so good. It's a great dupe for the Natasha Denona Star palette. I love that they're doing a wide range of Natasha Denona, also Huda Beauty, and I think they did Anastasia as well. So I mean, they kind of have a range of all types of dupes out there. So if you want one of the other ones that they have out right now, I believe it's free shipping after $25. So I hope this helps you in your shopping journey. You've seen the swatches, you've seen the breakdown, you've seen how they perform. Alter Ego did it again. They always do. They always bring it, and they always do such a good job. I hope one day that, you know, if they're watching this, I hope I can work with you guys one day because honestly, like, I love your products and you guys are killing it. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next tutorial. Stay tuned. There's a lot to come. There's a lot of news that I'm going to be dropping as well, like personal news that I'm going to be dropping here very soon. Some of you might already know, some of you might not. So yeah, I'm going to be dropping a lot of news on you guys within the next month or so. So stay tuned for that. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day wherever you are. I'll see you soon. Mwah! Bye guys.